bachelorette party?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
She's the bride.
Oh, you're the bride. Oh, what we're going to see tonight is 3 groups doing improvisation. Has anyone ever not seen a comedy improv show before?
Right here.
What you're going to see is...
I didn't think she was going to raise her hand.
We always feel obliged to say this because these people are so funny and clever that you might think they're working from a script. But they are not. It is all made up. This is the first time you're ever going to see this, and the last time. It will never be performed again. We have 3 groups are called Huggy, Spreadums, Neighbors, and Prettier Than You. And you'll see they're not prettier. So to get started, I bring out Huggy, Spreadums!
Thank you. Another applause for you guys for coming out on Thursday night. And we are Huggy Spreadums, and somebody decided that it would be okay for us to play for all of you tonight, and we are happy to be here. But before we can start, we need a suggestion for an object from your childhood.
Kazoo.
Light bright.
Kazoo. I heard kazoo. Okay, can you talk a little bit about the kazoo, some memories you might have had with it?
Sure. I don't have a lot of memories about the kazoo, but I just remember being really enthusiastic and being like, yeah, I play an instrument.
Did people around you like the kazoo? Was it annoying? Was it... No. No, kazoo.
It was like a party favorite from like, I don't know, like a party.
Cool.
But like I just held on to it for a long time.
Awesome. Thank you. Kazoo.
Musical notes flow through the air. They work their way into a gigantic ear.
Sounds travel to the brain.
The brain's annoyed by the noises.
Oh, God. No, stop doing the dopamine. Stop.
Jazz. New channel.
Which causes problems in the stomach.
And you know where that leads.
You got this. I'm scared.
Just push harder!
Me?
We have to get out of here. We're stuck in the mud.
I've been constipated for like 2 days now. You know I get the travel shits, but in reverse.
The only reason why we're stuck here on the side of the road is because you said now is the time that you can finally get it out.
It was just some air. I really was like false alarm, you know? I'm sorry.
I'm so sick. I can't have any more strength to try to push the car out of this mud. I don't know what to do. There's nobody here. We haven't seen a soul in 2 hours. How are we gonna get to Grandma's?
You know what? Forget grandmas. What? We can use this time to hash out some stuff between us.
It's Thanksgiving. I want turkey. What's possibly?
I really don't want turkey right now.
All right, fine. I'm just sit on a strategically located bench.
I know. Desperate traffic, but no. Yeah.
What do you got, sis?
I don't know. I kind of met someone else.
I mean,
I know.
There's a void in our relationship that I'm not willing to fill.
I know how you like my fiance Jim.
Jim is nice.
Jim is nice.
I like it. He's good at pool. I can go to the bar and win
It's
some
your
money.
it's your best friend.
Rick? Rick?
I was really nervous to tell you. That's kind of like part of why I'm constipated.
He's such like a nerd. He's the nerdiest guy. Like
I know, but
I
that's
just keep him around and kind of keep my confidence up. He did all my homework in school, so I just felt like I'd keep him around in case some problems arose in the future.
problems like me not being happy with my fiance and like looking for a cute little nerd. Pep up my day, make me feel confident, because he does that too.
Well,
I don't know, I just didn't know.
oh, I just pictured Rick and you doing the void filling.
Christopher!
Yeah,
My boy!
Bro,
My boy!
bro, that show sucked. Alright, we're never gonna become a legitimate band if you don't know how to thrash.
Christopher, it's really hard to thrash when I get stuck with the keyboard. I can't kick it down because it's too nice.
You know what, Stone? You chose that instrument, okay? I chose the drum guitar, and you chose
Christopher, there were two choices. You got to pick first. If I got first, the drum guitar would have been by far.
Stone, you wouldn't know what to do with this thing, man! It takes me 3 hours to get screwed in. It took me 15 years of practicing in the lower basement of my parents' house, the second basement. It's so loud!
They kicked you out of the basement and you dug an ancillary tunnel.
Yes! Stone.
Well,
But this isn't about that, okay? I'm just like,
it
maybe
is
I
about that.
should do a one-man thing. That's what I'm thinking. I'm tired of your keyboard. It's not...
What are you gonna connect this to your guitar? Just gonna outsource me into your contraption of beauty?
Well, it's funny you should... I made these new shoes.
They're covered in keys.
Yeah. I can play the keyboard with my shoes.
You've been spending a lot of time in the basement.
You can keep talking.
And all those 8 straps on the back, do you put all those 8 straps on at once?
They go into my lower spine.
I can zip you if you
Well,
got it.
zipping is only the first step. Go ahead, I'll need it.
It looks very tight. I don't know how you breathe in this.
I don't. Put all my air into my music.
Christopher, I'm holding you back. You shouldn't be on stage with someone who can't thrash, even for a piano. That's amazing.
Well, you can still be my groupie. I would love to be your groupie.
I believe that you got how you play, but you just sound like a train that's crashing.
No, I was just trying to get out!
Hands ripping too! Hands ripping too! Instruments fly everywhere!
They take to the sky.
It starts raining!
The sidewalks now a piano.
Well, Rick, it looks like we need to have a conversation.
Should I be here for this or should I just?
He scares me.
Don't let him scare you.
See, that is a very aggressive gesture. You finally landed my sister. Yeah, I'm gonna sit at a strategically located.
Let me I'll sit in this.
Okay.
Break this down. He's a nice guy. He does mahjong in his spare time.
So how did this begin?
Well, you see, I saw her, and then my pheromones, they started like kicking in.
I still feel like I shouldn't be here right now.
Rick, let's take it down like 7-Eleven. I haven't done any homework since 7th grade. Remember that?
Me see girl, me likey,
Okay.
me wanty.
It's consensual. It's consensual though, so don't get that.
Is that not clear?
That sounded really cavemanish, right?
Oh.
It sounded really unprogressive, so just...
What are you talking about?
I've always asked before I do anything. Trust me, I love your
He
sister.
said the words, me likey, me wanty, and I was like, sure. So, I'll just clear there.
Rick, it strikes me that I might owe you one favor, at least, for you doing homework throughout all of junior high school and high school.
You owe me.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to help you get rid of the fiancé.
My fiance?
No, my fiance. It's really complicated, but like, you know.
I can
It
get
is-
married sometimes. You're engaged. What did I get myself into? What?
He's a big guy, and he has a little bit of a temper. When you
Yeah.
tell him bad news.
They call him Stanley the Steamer.
Yeah.
Like the steamer.
He carpet cleans. He's a good man.
He's like me, he's not very intelligent.
I would-
I'll help you get rid of him.
Okay, like, do I not have a say in this though?
You said you don't want him anymore.
I know,
You
but
said
I
you
didn't.
love me.
But you're talking about. Are you talking about killing him, or are you talking about just like?
She wants to kill him, so we'll have to...
Hello, everyone. I'm obliterated scorpions.
Play a song!
What?
Play a song!
I'm gonna fuck you up tonight.
Whatever, buddy.
Not you, like everyone at once.
Musically.
Music.
Fuck me up musically.
I'm gonna go into the spotlight. I just like being amongst you while you're thrashing. I want everyone out there to know that I hate you. Hold on.
Fucking doing
I didn't know this
bro?
came on stage.
I came down to talk. You've changed since you went solo. You're a dick now.
Man, you don't know that, Stone. You just...
You used to be my friend. And now you're just talking about fucking your fans up.
I want them to know what it's like to be sad and to not be able to express yourself except through anger and violence.
This is a dick theater. Play a fucking song.
Whenever you talk, alright? Whenever you fucking talk.
Yeah, you're real hard crying.
Hey, he's my friend. I'm sad about our relationship.
Christopher! I miss you too. When you struck on 7 bases, I knew you were going to die.
But, Jonas, I can't play the song I really want to play without you. No, oh shit.
I can carry it now.
Holy shit! Is that a saxophone?
Let me use the strategically placed bench.
Okay, I'll be in the spotlight. This is a new song. It's a song about friendship. And it's a song about noise.
Music in it.
Shut up!
Someone's crying in this one.
I'm just gonna use my feet because it's mostly piano.
The party starts.
Furniture starts throwing about the room.
Chandeliers crash.
Strategically placed bench wall.
So strategic.
I want to make a sacrifice.
You should be a
Lay on it. We're going to sacrifice you to the party gods. Oh, we can stab him too.
Stab him already.
The center stabber.
His blood must hit the ground. Intestines fly out of his stomach. We got it right where we want it.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
look
yeah.
so different from your profile.
Here's your bazooka.
I don't know if I can do this.
Pull a latch and something happens.
In a good way. I think you look really pretty. I like the way you did this. It looks, your hair, you look more Latina than your picture.
Yeah, yeah.
Weird, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but that means that Latina's not worse or better than any other. I'm just clearing the slate here.
Freeze, motherfucker!
Oh!
I didn't tell you this earlier, but it's very important you don't actually hit my sister with the bazooka as well as him.
What's the radius of the blow-off?
You're the scientist!
Who is this guy?
They're pedestrians.
I love her. I love her. And she doesn't love you anymore. And I have a bazooka in your face. You know what I'm aware. I know, but I don't know what I'm doing. And I don't want to kill you. But whatever. So I gotta kill you.
You know, I'm not even her fiance, I'm just some other dude she's dating.
Rick, that's just that's another guy.
Shoot him already!
I like blonde dudes. They all look the same.
Sorry. Did you just leave him the bazooka? He's a stranger, man. I can't kill strangers. It just means you have more people to kill. You're kind of like a serial killer now.
I just wanted to marry your sister. I didn't want to sign up for a life of murder and mayhem.
Here, give your bazooka back. This is dangerous. Hurt someone.
Put it back in the car.
That I
I don't know if I can be part of your family. Your brother's a psychopath. Almost killed a man today.
I saw that.
Yeah.
How did you know I was gonna be here?
We followed you.
Oh, of course.
I follow you all the time because I love
Okay.
you. You're backing up.
Yeah, I'm backing up because I'm gonna take your offer. You're like, I don't want to be part of your family anymore. I'm going okay.
But I don't want you to leave me. I guess I would have to dismiss you, but then if you leave me, I'm being rejected.
You know what?
They did not teach me enough in school about this.
You know what though? There's more to life than just me and having one partner. You can have 5.
Sequentially.
Just meet them at this park bench, just at different times, different days. You trust me, you'll be fine.
So we just broke up?
Yeah. Yeah, no,
I guess that's what I wanted, kinda.
Well, goodbye, Rick. Do a handshake? Do
Fist bump.
fist bump?
Huge weight lifts off his shoulders.
It's huge. His confidence soars and swirls around him.
Best!
He's gonna go for a walk. He finds time for new hobbies.
I like sitting on benches. You're the best. I'm so awesome.
You have a good looking shit.
Yeah. Like 5 chicks, I can have 7.
Multiply the ladies.
Fill your heart with love.
Good at math.
Hey, bro.
Sup? Where the bitch is at?
Hey, you know.
Dude, man, I just got I'm feeling it. And I gotta get my oats sown.
Seeds.
Yeah, my oats.
Oh, okay.
My oats. I'm gonna sow them.
Listen, I just think you should treat women better. You know, just because you
Tried that. You know what it happened to me? With a bazooka. I almost went to jail. Hell, I'm not doing that again. I treat women how I treat them now. Like I own them. Yeah.
Maybe you can learn from your past instead of making it worse.
Nah. Where does that get me? Like, I'm asking.
Love.
I know you stole my confidence. I left home this morning a little late,
What?
and they were all gone, and I knew you took a walk with them.
Yeah,
My day was shit. It's like being a teacher standing in front of like 20 second graders without your confidence behind you. They ate me up.
Cut to that.
Kids, please don't eat the crayons. The Legos are not for your nose. Okay, no, you guys are fine. You can make the lesson day. We can do all recess. All recess all you want.
Play-Doh tastes good.
Where did you find that pipe? Ricky, where'd you find that pipe? I'm a teacher. I know that's a pipe. I know a pipe when I see it. Go!
You gotta play your part, dude. Go. The audience isn't feeling it yet. Friendship, it's the best.
My God.
Here, use my drum. Pound it. I have one friend, you can have 10.
I got your instruments. You want your instruments? Then I'm gonna bitches.
You still got my confidence.
Thanks, guys.
Well, that sure was fun. I'm not going to delay, I'm not going to give you chit chat. I'm just going to bring up the next group, which is, I am going to chit chat with them. They've been together for a couple of years and they know each other very well. They play very nicely together and their name reflects that. They're called Neighbors.
Thank you all. We're neighbors, and to get started, could someone offer me something that you care about?
Tacos.
Tacos. Thank you. Tacos.
We don't like it when people serve us tacos. It's like asking you to make your own dinner. Why are you having me to dinner and then you're not, it's like work.
We want a dinner that a lot of love and time was put into. I'm talking about made from scratch. You killed the cow.
I don't need to
You
assemble
slaughtered
it. I don't want to assemble it.
No way. It's so rude.
Food should not have to be assembled. It should come ready.
We refuse to assemble food.
We refuse, absolutely, to assemble any sort of food.
Or furniture for that matter.
That's why we're really into sushi.
It's true. Oh, thank
wrapped up.
God.
Wrapped up
Thank
for
God
you.
for sushi. You know, we really connect over not assembling things.
We don't put anything together. We've been sitting on IKEA boxes as
Shockingly comfortable. Shockingly.
Okay, honey, let's see. What do we have for lunch today? Lunchables?
That's a lot of work.
I don't know how to make it any easier, honey. Pulling me
First of all, different compartments. No, like everything in one bag or compartment.
You don't even have to heat it though. I mean, it's just ready to go.
Honey, listen, I've been wanting to talk to you about this. You know, everything in our life requires assembly.
I mean, we could just put you on a conveyor belt and I could just feed you as you go along. I don't know what you're looking for here, honey, in life. I mean, you knew me before we got married.
Well, I mean, for instance, you know, like the remote control. You know, why does it always seem to be out of batteries?
The batteries in the kitchen and the floor.
That
I know
is
where they
too
are.
much assembly. I wish you could keep it stocked. You know, keep the batteries stocked and
Sure.
listen,
Okay.
when we.
Dad, I don't think I'm ready for big girl pants. I think I still need diapers.
Honey, the diapers, they take too much work. I have to peel the tape off and put the tape around.
I just peed in myself. And I know you won't touch me and it's cold.
You're old enough to speak. You're 2 years old. You need to get out of those diapers. You need your big girl pants. Let's go.
I got your report, and it's like, I have like 15 sheets of paper all with a different letter on it. And you have to make it a word.
I don't.
You can't turn it in like this.
Collate, staple, create full sentences, create full words. I don't do any of that. That's too much assembly. I mean, that's your job.
So I'm supposed to just take these letters and know you want me to restructure the organization.
Well, yeah. I mean, the ideas come from me. You're supposed to put them together.
That's. Oh my God, honey, you didn't flush again. This is so annoying.
Honey,
Really?
that's too much work.
Just go.
So, I came out here to plumb, and you really just want me to flush the toilet?
I mean,
I
that's
have
your
my Got it done? Oh, man. How's that one high, Dad? Got it?
Ready for this one?
I'm not sure. Oh, jeez. Oh, Dad!
Spotlight on the dad.
It's important to be prepared for things in life. You never know when you're gonna get just like a ball to the face, kicked in the nuts. You know, it's easy to let your guard down. I think if you start at home learning you can't even let your guard down at home, you'll be well served through the rest of life.
Oh.
Shake it off, Dad. Just shake it. I'm gonna shake it off, just like you tell me to. Shake it off. Shake it off. Keep your guard up, right?
Lessons learned, right?
Oh!
Try to trick me. I'll show you. I'm just kidding.
Well, my husband and I believe in abusing people in our life.
It's really true. You get a lot more respect if people are actually afraid of you.
In fact, I am terrified of him, as you can see by my bruises. But it makes me stronger. We have never been so close since we started.
Well, once I figured out, you know what? Once I figured out that I could beat her for not putting on makeup to hide the bruises and embarrassing me in public.
Sweetheart.
Oh my God, this is the worst job I've ever had. I just didn't think being a nurse would just knock me down like this. I mean, seeing people so battered, I wish I could just stop it. I really, really hate seeing this.
Well, how are we supposed to learn to be better nurses if we don't see the ailments of the world and all of these horrible things? I mean, what are you thinking? It's medicine.
Well,
It's not psychiatry.
I'll bandage them. I don't mind bandaging them. It just really knocks me down. And I just go home and cry at night. I hate it.
You can't tell people that you cry. No, never, ever. Anyone that you're.
My foot is broken. Please stop crying. Please, I'm doing.
It looks like it hurts so much.
It's really bad. If I could have some morphine.
I'll give you some bandages. I'm sorry, the doctor's busy. It's going to be like an hour away. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh,
Listen,
wow, such pretty toast.
thank you. I did them myself. Listen, I come here a lot for my sports-induced injuries. And every time I come here, you're crying. And I just wish, I wish I could make you happy. I wish someone could make you happy.
Oh, if you could just stop all the sick people from coming in. I just hate seeing people hurt.
I still would like my morphine.
Sorry.
Listen, I understand. If there was something I could do about it, I would.
Well, I have some anesthesia.
Can you put it in my vein?
I'm just so upset seeing you in pain. I just can't think straight.
Take some tissues and here, have my Jell-O.
Thank you so much. It makes me feel better than Jell-O here. This morning, this child came in with a broken nose. You know how bad a broken nose hurts?
I've had 3. You would have treated me for them, but you were crying the whole time. Listen, I just want to be able to depend on you.
I got another sports-induced injury.
You're not the only one. They're like contagious.
I mean, I don't even know what I did, frankly. I mean, I've been playing so many sports, I can't keep track. I think this one must have been cricket. That's the only one I could think of that I was using.
The dangers of cricket are underappreciated.
That's why I always kind of profile it on my, whenever my dating profile online. I talk a lot about cricket.
I think bocce is what got me.
Yeah.
Once I saw he knew how to work a wicket, I was hooked.
I mean, that's kind of what we bonded over,
Yeah.
It was cricket. It's it's a little known sport in this here parts.
I mean, you talked about sport industry, the sports injury industry, and that caught my eye. But then once I clicked on his profile picture, and he was wearing that mask and held up the stick, babe, I couldn't resist you.
I know what the women like.
Tiny balls, yes.
I don't take every woman I meet out to play jacks.
I mean, I know I didn't really tell you this before, but this will be my first time.
Slaughter you.
Please be gentle.
I felt like listen, I'm gonna show you, okay?
Well, we're moving way too fast.
It's just the pieces. We haven't even started yet.
I told my mom I'd wait till
Spotlight
marriage.
on Maria.
My mother always told me not to play sports with boys until I was married, and frankly, I want to be a rebel. I want to do it, but I'm scared. I'm really scared what that means.
Look, it's really not that bad. I mean, it's not even really a sport. It's more like a game. So I'm just gonna give you the ball.
So, I heard you played jacks with my daughter?
I I did, sir. I was
I-
gonna deny it, but I'm not gonna deny it. I even let her win around. That's right.
Yeah,
It was fun. It was a good time.
it's fun, and I
She
assume
took
that
the
you're
ball?
here to ask for her hand in marriage.
I feel like that's moving fast. That feels rapid.
Jack's on a first date?
It was
That's
just
not moving
Jack's.
fast.
It wasn't even a sport. It was just a game. It was just one game. I just wanted to see what it's like to play with her.
Just one.
I don't know if I can play jacks with her for the rest of my life.
Now that you've seen what it's like to play with her, it's time to marry her.
Quite frankly, I didn't think her technique was that great. In jacks! I feel like you think we're talking about something else. Aren't we?
I'm not here anymore.
Honey, we're gonna make this right. We're gonna make this right. He's gonna make an honest woman out of you. He is!
Sorry, you raised me well, and now I have to wear black.
I warned you about playing jacks like that, didn't I?
You did.
So too bad, Maria, you can't wear Dad's chastity ring anymore, and I'm wearing it. I'm still pure for Dad. And for my future husband.
Jill. Hi. I saw you playing Twister.
No, you didn't.
Twister? Really?
No, you
You're on your
didn't.
hands and knees.
Twister. You get down real low. Come and join me. Right foot on red.
Your butt was in his face.
I don't know what you were talking about. You weren't even supposed to be there. Anyways, Dad doesn't know, so it's okay. I'm still pure in his eyes.
Maybe. I feel like we're standing really far apart.
Why are you gonna impurify me? You're a cast off now, Maria. Face it.
I'm just glad one of my daughters is still pure.
I've always been perfect in his eyes.
Well, you've been perfect in everyone's eyes. I mean, you know, if there's one thing Jill would never do, it's play a game with someone without marrying them first.
Right, I was brought up right. Weren't you?
Jill doesn't even have any board games in her room. She allows me to keep them all in the cupboard under lock and key.
That's right. And if anyone even asks to play a game with me, I go right to Dad. Right to him, because I don't even want him to think I'm thinking about it.
Honestly, I haven't liked the guys who've proposed games. I just haven't, I don't think they're up to par.
Thanks for coming to my slumber party, you guys. Oh, thanks for it. I'm so excited. Okay, you guys, I got the Ouija board, okay? Okay, you go first. What do you want to ask? Will I ever get married? Put your hand on it.
It's a tool of Satan.
Just put your hand on it. It's gonna be fine.
When you say it's a tool of Satan, like, does he come out of the ground or does he come out of the air? Like, I mean, is he going to show up here? Like, I don't
Or is
understand.
it just spells?
I want to see what Satan spells.
What if he says, by via writing, you're going to go to hell?
I didn't say that. If the question is, am I going to get married?
Be the bride of Satan!
You guys are not ruining my birthday.
So, as Satan, I found my bride. Especially where I live.
I put my hands on the board. I shouldn't have done it.
I really connected to her when she asked such an idiotic question. Like, clearly she's going to be my slave for eternity. And man, is she working out.
one ever asks you to play Ouija board, just say.
Hate in hell means love.
If you say so, whatever you say is right.
Good girl.
Not a little disagree.
She is such a good girl. And by good, I mean bad.
It's hell, I hate it.
We are ready to get pregnant. I have Satan Jr., SJ, mom at school.
No. Okay.
She's excited. She's thrilled.
I'm so excited. This is our first Lamaze class.
We've been waiting forever for this moment.
I mean, I just want to learn everything they have to teach me so I can be as supportive of you as possible.
You were so sweet to me all the time.
Well, you know, I just feel bad that I can't feel any of the pain for you. I have to just sort of sit there, helplessly.
It's an unfortunate fact, but
This is our first time.
Oh, that's cool.
This is our fourth.
this isn't that bad, is it?
I have a lot of stretch marks.
Stretch marks, they didn't tell me anything about stretch marks. What?
It just makes her more beautiful. The more babies, the better.
I'll love you the more stretch marks you have.
Okay.
They have no idea how much it hurts. Should we tell them?
It's not that bad, right? Just breathe through it.
I think breathing really stops pain, don't you? Just like if you stub your toe, you find breathing makes the pain go away.
Facetious.
I mean, we're gonna do an all-natural childbirth. She's gonna be in a tub, in a birthing tub at home.
I'm sorry.
You can't get an epidural at home, huh?
I feel like I'm not doing that.
I have an epidural in right now, just in case.
Should I have an epidural in right now? Do they have
Honey,
that?
I'll be right there. I'll be
Go
right
get
there.
one. This is evidently a really hard class.
Honey, we can make it through the class.
I think you should have
here.
I hate to tell you this, but you failed in pregnancy. Your delivery, you got an F. An F. I'm gonna have to hold you back. Have another baby.
No, I'm okay with that. This is a lot of work. Child rearing and the delivery was no picnic either. I'm.
You are a shame to society.
That seems hard. I'm just acknowledging the reality of what's going on. I mean, you're gonna let me do it in another year or so. I'm not.
With an F? I'll let you do it when you stop producing eggs.
Mom, I don't have to eat dinner. You failed at parenting.
That just means I don't get another one of you. It doesn't mean that you don't have to eat. This works in TV.
Dad told me you got an F.
Yes, I got an F in childbirth and parenting, but again, that's not about you. That's between me and the judges. You still have to eat. Okay.
Hey, Funky! How you doing? Dad, don't let her parent me. She's terrible.
You did fail.
You feed her then.
No, she doesn't have to eat if she doesn't want to.
I'll feed myself.
She'll feed herself.
You're like 2.
See how that works?
This is really
Honey, listen. I talked to the judge. They're gonna let me be your tutor.
So, we always feed each other. That's how we connect in our relationship.
Choo-choo. Some people say say we're just like kids, but we kind of think it's a compliment.
I mean, what couple wants to be told that they're adults?
Old. We're never gonna grow up. We talk in baby talk all the time.
Oh, we love each other.
People say we fail at being adults, but we think that kind of rocks.
Well, if you fail at being adults, we get an A+ at being kids.
Oh, you have so many ticks. It's going to take me forever to get all of these in the burrs out. Maybe you could do me instead, since I killed myself.
Zoom in on the ticks. I am so happy here. Get your hands off of me. I'm gonna hold on for dear life and suck.
It feels like they're all eating at once.
Yes, I'd like to not get that way, so please, de-tick and burr me.
Well, okay. Wasn't really how I was expecting our relationship to go. Sort of thought as the man, you know, take care of me, but I am finding myself feeling a little closer to you, I'm not gonna lie.
Yes, well, as a gibbon monkey that mates for life, these are, you're just so.
Because I'm de-ticking you, I'm stuck with you?
No, it's the mating. Now I'm mating
And that means we're together?
No, it was our honeymoon last night. Now that we have mated, we are mates for life.
I keep finding myself in this position.
Wait, you have had other mates for life?
Well, now that you've taken the ticks off her, you have to marry her.
But it turns out she has many husbands. I mated too soon.
You have to wait to get married before removing ticks. You did it too soon.
Too soon. I didn't know there were such promiscuous gibbon monkeys.
Too late now. Now you have to share her. You should have waited.
No!
Let's hear it again for David! The Washington Improv Theater shares improvisation and improv training with the community through courses that you can find out about online. And they do workshops, we do workshops at places of employment and business offices.
Abby works with us.
Pardon? I'm not sure I'm following. But because improv applies to your daily, can be applied to your daily life and give you a better life in general. So look at the website, WashingtonImprovTheater.com, if you're interested in either classes, which will probably start up in 5 or 6 weeks, some new ones I think, and these workshops. Now, another thing you should know is tonight I told you we have 3 groups. That's true. In addition to the 3 groups, we have what we call a jam afterwards. A jam is like a musician's jam. People just get up and play. And you don't have to have any experience. You can have experience if you want, but you don't have to. And you just get up and do scenes. And it's a lot of fun. So stick around for the jam. After the next group, as I told you earlier, they're not prettier than our bride. Prettier than you!
And to get started, we got lots of fun stuff, but we really just need a genre to get started. A genre.
Western.
More. I heard Western.
Western.
Thank you. Western.
This was the wild, wild west. Way down in Texas. And it was the 1950s. And little Sue Ellen was trying to imagine what Texas was like back in the old west. Whoa there, Bessie. Oh, I guess they just kind of rode in.
They don't call those Bessie anymore.
Oh, Tommy, come on, just play with me a little bit.
I don't like all your antiquated old games.
Tommy and Sue Ellen have been best friends for, well, their 8 years of life. You're my best friend, Tommy. Oh.
My mom's best friends with your mom.
Which is why I'm glad you get to come over all the time. Oh, play Wild West with me. Come on, this is one time.
Fine, I have a hat.
All right, you're the handsome cowboy, and I'm the handsome cowgirl, and we're gonna ride into the sunset together.
Let's be more realistic. Somebody has to be an Indian.
Do your kids want some lemonade?
Mom.
Okay.
Other mom.
Oh, well, enjoy your cowboys and Indians.
They hung out so much together that they called each other's moms. Thanks, Mom, but we're okay.
Yeah, Mom.
All right.
Meanwhile, down at the other ranch down the road, Bobby rode a big horse that was a little too big for him. It was a birthday present from his wife, Shirley.
Hey, babe, how do you think I look up here? You think I look good? You think it suits me?
I think you look so good, Bobby. You look like a real cowboy.
Yeah.
Sassy.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, Shirley.
I knew when I saw that horse that you would just look amazing on it. You're such a natural, everything you do.
Bobby sure didn't feel like a natural on that big horse.
It's kind of hard to control, but oh, jeez.
Oh, Benji, you'll get it.
Oh, thanks.
You're always so good at sticking with things, and I know that you're really going to make it work.
It's a little bit scary up here, to be honest, Shirley, but
Don't be silly, Bobby.
thanks, babe. Do you think I can get off now? Did you get a picture?
Of course I did. I took like 15.
Okay, thanks. I'm gonna hop down. I'm already getting sore. Gotta spread my legs real wide.
And so Bobby hopped off.
Sweetie, I guess I don't really feel a couple long up there. Kind of like all up in my dad's ranch. I'm afraid I'm just not suited for this.
Bobby, it's your ranch now. It's our ranch, okay? So you're gonna be suited for it, and everything's gonna be great.
But they were really California folk.
Kind of miss the ocean, really. Do you ever remember how we used to go take walks down there on the beach in San Diego?
Of course I do. We're not at the ocean anymore. We're at the ranch. It's time to make the best of it, okay?
Oh, that's right. I'll just put the horse away if you think it's okay now.
How will the story end? Our story begins.
Fine, you're dead. I did it again.
No, Tommy, come on. We have to play fair.
This is how it always ends. I don't know how I play this game.
Well, we have to collaborate. We have to find them together.
Cowboys and Indians never collaborated. Read a book.
That's why it's make believe, okay? You know, I believe in a better future and in a better place.
That's
where-
never gonna happen.
Tommy.
Yes, Sue.
Come on.
Fine, I'll try one more time. You be the Indian, I'll be the cowboy.
Okay. Hey there, cowboy.
I did it.
of your old games that I don't like. It's called stick hoop. And it's gone.
Game. It's just, we're going to make the best of this, okay? We are going to learn to ride horses. We're doing okay so far. And this is our life now. We're ranchers.
We are ranchers, Shirley, and your positive attitude is going to get us there. If I physically can't. I think my butt's starting to at least get a little bit stronger.
Good, Mommy, that's great.
When do you think we can take our vacation back to California?
How can we go to California if there's no one here to watch the ranch? It's not a game. This is our life now.
Well, this weekend is the big trip up into the mountains. The camping trip on horseback.
Sweat was beating down Bobby's face.
I'm a little bit nervous.
Whoa.
Oh.
Look, it's a real chance to be cowboys.
The cow scared Bobby very much so.
Mommy!
The horse might startle.
Mommy, you're scaring it.
Oh.
Just be calm. Look, if we're going to be ranchers, I need you to know how to ride a horse. It's kind of an integral part of us owning a ranch.
I'm trying.
And besides, these cows look like they're old. They're really slow.
I've got a rope here. Maybe I should try lassoing one.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Bobby had never lassoed before.
You look so good doing that. Okay, next one. Next one, you'll get it though.
You get it? This one's really staring at me good. Looks like he wants it.
He's just a cow, baby. Oh, my little Suella. I just don't like how Tommy treats you. Does he ever let you shoot him in the face? To be truthful, Mom. Thanks. He doesn't. Right. That's what I thought. You know, you and Tommy are getting to an age where you can shoot him in the face. Soon he'll be a lot bigger than you are. And honey, I don't want him pushing you around.
But Mama, if I shot him in the face, what might he do to me?
And so the big day came, and so decided to meet up to play one more game of Cowboys and Indians.
So this time, I'm going to be the cowboy, and you're going to be the Indian.
Okay, fine.
Bing!
Oh!
That's
Mom,
right!
what are you thinking?
That's what you thinking!
Do you know what time it is? We live on reservations now. You can get in trouble. We're switching up roles. Now I'm on the Supreme Court. Yeah, Mom.
Sorry. What are you doing?
Mom.
What are you doing?
Dude, run on the reservation.
What is wrong with you?
I just want to stand up for myself.
I'm in critical condition.
The game is to go.
I'm gonna touch and go.
I had no idea he would react like such a baby.
I didn't know you would react this way. I just wanted to be in control for once.
Suella, I think it's time you leave.
And so she did.
Tommy. Tommy, sit down.
It was time for one of those talks.
It's okay. Sometimes
That's not okay. Okay, yeah. Calm down! I've never gotten shot before. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm really nervous. What happens next?
Well, sometimes when they get older and then they start shooting at people. You just have to respect their boundaries and just accept things. But she pulled a little too fast. I really think that she should have played coy with you for just a little bit longer.
Gun control is such a problem in the 1950s in Texas.
Okay. We're gonna teach all new sorts of games. Supreme Court, I heard you right before I came in to yell at her for shooting people. That's a great idea.
All right.
But I don't think she's allowed on the Supreme Court right now. I don't think. I don't follow politics very well.
It'll never happen.
Don't say that. I'm running a progressive household. And my family don't go to grow up in it.
All right, Mom. If I had an influential dad figure to counter these measures.
But you don't. I'm a single mother. Do you know how that is?
Very progressive.
I know.
Buddy had really hurt himself last week those cows and actually ended up in the hospital with a concussion.
Oh, baby. Surely I'm not made out for this. I'm not made out to be a rancher. Maybe I can be a stay-at-home rancher.
A stay-at-home rancher, but we've moved here from California. Everything we have now is here, and you're telling me you're gonna just give up?
I hate disappointing you. I really do, honey.
I hate it when you disappoint me.
My head hurts so much.
All right. I've been looking at your charts, and it's not good.
Dr. No. What do you mean?
You're just very incompetent at being a cowboy. Can't asshole.
I'll present the paper.
Present the paper.
Okay.
Thank you.
34-year-old white male, sucks at riding horses and wildlife in general.
And relax on that cow. Did you put that in
Hey,
there?
we're specialists.
I did.
Past medical history is notable for high cholesterol and sucking at riding horses.
That's what I thought.
Doctors, do you think there's any chance that my husband will be able to become a rancher?
The blood work comes back inconclusive.
I don't want my mother to be right about this.
It's alright, we have a new experimental treatment. It's very painful. It comes from Peru.
Do it, baby. Do it.
Honey, let's be a progressive household. You can be the rancher. What do you
Or we can try the treatment.
Sign here. All right, now you want to have to get back.
Okay. What? No.
You can do it, Bobby. It looks good on you.
And then.
Look, Tessa, I don't normally get into Ellen's but Tommy really hurt her. I think she's suffering from a broken heart.
Well, Swellen really hurt Tommy. Shot him way too early of age.
Well, maybe sometimes it's good for men to have a little bit of a bruised ego.
Well, I know, but you have to wait until they get a little bit older. Women don't know how to present themselves at that age.
I agree to disagree, Tessa.
Who's the progressive mother? Explain.
I think I'm the progressive mother in this relationship.
Well, I'm the single mother.
Just because you tried to shoot your husband in the face doesn't mean
I was of a certain age.
I know it's hard being a single mother and raising a little boy. But I just want my Sue Ellen to grow up respecting herself and priding herself and being able to grow up like you and threaten to shoot someone in the face when they do her wrong.
Tessa and Clarice have been best friends for as long as I knew, and this was their first disagreement. They thought they were raising their kids to be friends. It's kind of rough now.
My world's upside down, I tell you.
Mine is too. I don't know what we're gonna do. I just don't think I can look at you right now or drink with you anymore. I know, this is very, very hard for me, considering we've been drinking together since we were about 12 years old.
You can't live in the past. I just had to move on. Maybe Tommy can't come over for play dates anymore.
And Tessa poured another glass of wine. And another, and another, and another. And together, the two hatched a plan. The only way they could show their children how to love again was to shoot one another in the face.
All right.
All right, great plan!
You go first, though.
I shoot you in the face, or you shoot me?
We're going to do it. We have to do it at the same time, otherwise things are not going to go very well. All right.
They were so drunk, they didn't realize it'd be more effective if the children were actually there. That's a start. Yeah. Lasso on it all is better than we started with. Yeah.
Could you lead the tour up in the mountains on horseback this weekend?
I can't believe you shot me in the face.
It's okay. Are you hearing this? This woman is trying to get her husband to take over the ranch. What sort of progressive woman is that?
Maybe you should never shot anyone in the face.
Oh, it's a special one. It'll get better. I'll see.
Did you shoot him in the face here in Texas? I can't do that, Shirley. That's just brutal.
Mommy, I'm sorry. I thought this was something that we could do, but if this is a land where people could openly shoot one another in the face, I think we need to go back to California.
What? Yeah, but we're best friends.
Yeah.
Sorry, there were a few curtains.
For you. I pulled
Oh, there were like 5 curtains there.
Shame on you.
Shame on you!
Busy here shooting each other in the face to show our little daughter how good she can be. Meanwhile, you can't even run a farm. Cowboy farm.
You're shooting each other in the face to give your daughter a lesson?
So she can be a progressive.
And my son can learn how to respect women. What is so hard to understand?
Look, I might stand by and let my husband go through an incredibly painful, highly experimental treatment, but I would never shoot him in the face.
Woman, you crazy!
That's just not
Honey, got a bullet in the face.
Mom.
Oh, our children! Oh my God!
We came up with a new game to play instead of Cowboys and Indians.
Yeah.
We're gonna play Doctor and Nurse.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna be the doctor.
I'm what?
All right, nurse. Take these to the lab. And take these down the hallway. Why am I carrying this? Take those to the other room.
Hold on.
And don't forget to wheel that thing over there. This is a fun game. Oh, man.
Do any of these drugs kill you?
Nope, because I'm a doctor and I would be able to fix myself.
This is the dumbest game I've ever played. I've played a lot of games.
Remember, we're trying to teach our parents a lesson.
Right. Wait, playing doctor.
They shot each other in the face for us. See what that means?
Okay, here's something I learned about the hospital. It's going to teach them a lesson. Ready?
Okay.
So there was a rancher there that got an experimental treatment. We just have to experimentally treat each other, and then our parents will get along real well. And by parents, I mean just our moms.
It's a great idea.
Okay,
You go first.
all right, I will be the physician.
And they were so excited about the idea, they didn't realize it'd be more effective in front of their parents.
Hi, y'all. What you doing?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Alright.
We're gonna play a game for you.
Alright, I'm ready for it. I can't really see that well. My eyes are still recovering.
That's okay, you just have to listen.
Alright. Oh, is this like Mummy Zombie?
Wait for it.
Okay, alright. I like how. No! What are you doing?
What? She realized the car battery from her car. But we heard about it from the hospital when we were there.
You know what you want to make it like that? You change him up and put him in the good news space.
I'm just so confused.
Oh, honey. How old are you now? 9, 10? I think you're old enough to have a good glass of wine.
And again, it was time for one of those talks.
Now listen, kids. I just want you to know you're getting older. And life is not a game of Indians and cowboys. Heard that Tommy over there. Think we should take him to the hospital?
And so they so called Tommy's mother. Oh my God!
I'm going to present the patient. 9-year-old white boy. Doesn't like his best friend, Sue Ellen. Thinks the way to bond with friends is to seriously injure them. Diagnosis, rest, and a reflection as to why he likes Sue Ellen.
Well, this has got me interesting.
Because you're a single mother. So,
I think he's better though.
All of my painful childhood memories are gone. It's like a blank slate.
That's good enough.
And they had found their peace. Meanwhile, Bobby and his wife got in the car and knew that it was time to drive back to California.
This feels so good, honey. This ranch, let's leave it behind us.
We will, but when we get back, you're going to be the one that tells my mother about this.
I hate disappointing your mother.
Well, one thing we know is that in California, you're not going to get shot in the face.
Honey, slow down.